Hi, ho everyone. My name is Mr. Fruit, and welcome to the GG Over Easy podcast, episode 37. In today's episode, we a lot of stuff to talk about this week. A lot of drama, as per usual. A lot of gaming stuff. We've got Evo Online announcing some new fighter games, or rather games being excluded. Some drama around that. We got next-gen consoles been showing off some stuff. Of the history of memes. I mean, of course. We're connoisseurs, so obviously we know exactly what we're talking about. There's more D2 drama. Audible shock. Except no one's surprised. Patreon questions. Shenanigans. It's the GG Over Easy podcast. What do you expect? So with that, we hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get right into it.
I gotta stop waving. Come in.
That sounds really strange and weird. Hello, come in. Hi, ho everyone.
No,
Mr.
No. That's not how you don't start with the Heidi Ho. This isn't the intro.
And in today's easy.
Yeah, that's what, like the intro is in today's GG Over Easy. And then after that,
Heidi. But you're supposed to... So
then
wait, you're doing the intro first now?
No, the intro is in today's GG Over Easy, right? Because then I tell them the recap.
No, you say Heidi Ho first in the intro. That's why I'm saying, whoa, like, wait a second.
I don't know anybody. We'll just double down. We'll double down, dude. Just screw it. That's my
Heidi Ho a thing in GG Easy.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
fine.
like the later. That's the intro.
And what's our?
Then it's Heidi Ho, everybody, and then they come back after the intro. And then it's Heidi Ho. It's like a lot of Heidi Ho.
Yeah, not like this is too much.
You can't be handing those out.
I forgot how we start these now.
Hey,
do we just go into a topic? What do we
how
do?
does this work? Do we speak?
I'm stuck in a box.
You know, hey, how about for the first time in our life, we start the podcast with a review?
You do have it ready, so that is pretty appropriate that we do start correctly.
Well, actually, I've decided this one's Gamba review.
Oh.
So I have them pulled up, and we're just gonna stop it. They're all great, dude. They're all fantastic. Let me prove this to you.
First Gyarados and now the review.
Look, they see it in the webcam. I'm just swiping. I'm swiping. We're stopping on this one. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I opened Discord. Hold on. we're swiping. We're swiping. This one.
It's not that hard.
Okay, that's my notifications, dude.
You really are a boomer.
I really am. Okay.
It's like a Zoomer call.
Why is this so difficult, dude? You know what's hilarious? It accidentally clicked our GG Easy episode called "Okay Boomer."
Quite appropriate.
All right, I can't show them because it messes. Okay, and so it says,
"Come on, House Answer Larry, let's go."
We have here from BlueWestlo lovers 69420.
Oh,
okay, this is a meme.
There's someone out there.
11 stars, fruitful. I can't read the rest of his title. He says, "Have you your searches?"
This is the one you select.
Have you your searches for content in these hard times been unfruitful? If so, he capitalized fruit. If so, and if you've had success still, I have found the content for you. No, seriously, this really is very, very fruitful. That was it. That was the review.
Why do you giggle to why that of all things? So you don't get Yankee with no brim, but you get fruitful.
No, I'm not laughing at the fruitful. I'm just laughing at that review. That's pretty funny.
Dude, these past 2 weeks, you have slowly become older and older. And it's kind of concerning.
Dude, missing out on a new meme ages you 20 years.
You have truly proved that we are closer to the 30 than we are 20 at this point.
Actually, I think that's true. Yeah.
Yes, we are old now. I thought about that the other day and had a midlife crisis kind of thing. Trust me.
I think about that a lot because I'm super into Zoomer memes, but I'm still technically a millennial. But at the same time, I'm right between Zoomer and millennial, so I'm in this middle ground hellscape where I still get blamed for everything.
But
it's perfect.
At 30, are we going to be looking at memes and they're like, look at these old guys trying to meme? And then are we supposed to not be memeing anymore?
I'm just worried that there's that subreddit insane Facebook parents or something.
Yes.
I'm worried that when we are older, there's going to be like something dedicated to like us where we're doing something stupid or like trying to be hip and they make fun of us. And it's like,
but I feel like we've come so far from, because like we grew up with the internet, so I feel like there's always going to be a level of having that internet.
Like we shaped it in this.
We'll remember our roots.
Yeah. We're like the OGs, so it's kind of but there's like life before and after internet as far as like how well you meme. There's no I mean, yeah, there was like boomer
that sounds like a
memes,
game
but
show.
There's like boomer memes, but those are like people
meme.
who adopted the internet, whereas we were molded by it.
We were born in it, molded by it.
And then they just took over Facebook. I remember when like parents started getting on Facebook and it's like, you still go on Facebook? It's like, get the Twitter, man. Like,
just come on now. Well, the thing
all
is,
Facebook is for me.
The thing is with all this memery, it's like looking back, like to think a lot of this start with like you look back at like troll face and like rage memes. I look back at those, I'm like, this
you
is
mad, bro?
Yeah, like
those are so dumb.
I know, no,
like, but we've gotten dumber, okay? Because those might be stupid.
It's true.
Those might be stupid, but like
we have had some pretty dumb
meme
ones.
of the month is Yankee with no brim. It makes no fucking sense, but it's hilarious.
Wow.
No, okay. You know how I know I've gotten dumber? Like, you remember like when you're like 13, 14 and you would get in the deep depths of YouTube and it was something called YouTube poop. And it was like literally like Mario.
They still make YouTube poops.
Like
they're S tier.
And like, well, here's the thing. Back then I used to be like, that is so dumb. I don't even understand what's going on. It's just loud noises, like over saturated colors and stuff. And now I see that. I'm like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. like over noise, like I'm like,
dude,
yes,
dude, Spider-Man poops are the fucking best. They make no sense. See, but the best part about poops is like the people who make them will make poop stories out of it. So like the story will like
see, okay, like, but you understand like the deep fried story essence of it. I just see the loud noises and the like kind of thing, and I'm just like, that's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, someone literally turned Spider-Man 2 into a whole YouTube poop, but it turned from Spider-Man 2, and by the end of the movie, it was Spider-Man Lord of the Rings. It was tight. All right.
Is this like one of those like anime dubbed things where they totally changed the story? And
no, the entirety of the movie was just YouTube poop memes, but they somehow managed to like start putting Lord of the Rings shit, and by the end, like Peter Parker is like Frodo and the dude, it was tight as fuck. I'm just gonna
see, and we came that from like funnyjunk.com and getting
we came from you mad bro to Yankee with no brim.
I'm trying to think of like my first meme, like before a meme was called a meme, like, you know what I mean? Like,
do you remember like, because all of us have tried. Do you ever remember like a meme that you tried to make? Like you were like, oh, that shit's hilarious, and you tried to make a meme?
Oh, dude, I could link you right now my Funnyjunk account from like 2010, and it has some banger posts on there. Like, hold on, let me see if I can find it. It's Robert.
Sounds like a national treasure.
I think is like.
I don't.
Yep, I found it. Yes, sir. Yep, Robert is dope is for some reason my account name.
I mean, it's just, oh god. All right, let's see what we got here.
You have to log into Funnyjunk though. That's the problem. So like,
I don't have an account.
I don't either.
Level 150 content. Faptastic.
Oh.
What does that even mean?
I used to grind. I remember I got front page. One day it's called Dogs at War. It's hilarious. It's totally repost. Like, none of it is
that
OC.
Guy.
None of it is OC.
What, your entire account? Or did you sprinkle some in?
No, there's no OC.
Oh, you're that guy. Wow.
There's no OC. Like,
and where did all that e-clout get you? Huh?
Nothing. I mean, gotta be this podcast. Look at us. You know, without Robert is dope.
That's the one thing I don't get with like people who like Karma Farm and stuff on like Reddit, or like people will buy accounts with Karma. I don't get it. There's literally no value. There's nothing. I don't get it. But people are like obsessed with these fake points.
Dude, I can't even. Oh, I never even thought about that. Like meme site, because I feel like Twitter is just the meme emporium now, like of just organic memes. I've never even like who actually like goes to meme sites now though.
People like Robert is dope.
Yeah, but like dedicated meme sites. I feel like there's so many social media outlets
that do it for us. You know?
You don't need to put an email to create an account. You can literally just like make a Smurf username. 1,300 upvotes. I ate.
Dude,
uploaded
insane.
January 28th, 2011.
That reminds me. Did you guys ever see our dream team hashtag back in the day, like back in D1 and on Funnyjunk? Like it was actually our people made some memes about us, like
Really?
a lot of them. Yeah.
Oh man. See,
there
like,
was
look
a
at this.
lot of them. They were really funny too.
If you click that link, that's what got me front page. I was so happy.
What about this Cartoon Network one?
Oh, that got me front page too. That one
has more upvotes.
Oh yeah, it does. Dang, that was a banger one.
It was a nice repost. I see here.
No, that one's OC. The Cartoon Network one, that's OC.
Oh really? Wow.
Cartoon Network is OC. That's OC.
Johnny Bravo, F yeah. Courage the Curly Dog, F yeah.
It's so
Ed and Eddie, F yeah. Dexter's Laboratory, F yeah.
But I'm right though.
Cartoon Fridays, the good old days, 1992 to 2004. Now to the. What is this? This is a gigantic meme too. What the?
Dude. Okay. So that's like classic, right?
I cringe at that. I can't believe I posted
that's like God damn it, dude.
That like, is so bad, yo. Like, God, I hate myself.
See, that's like classic.
But look at, you know what's worse, dude? Go to the ones that didn't pop off. All right, like those are the really bad ones.
Do I want to?
Like French Nyan Cat IRL.
How many? Well, I want to see like if there's a way it says like how many posts you've made. For our audio listeners, long story short is you're not missing much.
Yeah, it's just like terrible memes that I like tried to have pop off.
See, so we went from that, which kind of relevant memes that like had like some like they had something to do with it.
Marriage proposal, epic.
And literally from that to where we are now, I literally made this meme like a month ago.
Oh, really?
We went from this to that, like from that to this.
This is without now a 2005 Mitsubishi Evolution 8th generation. It's like that. I get the meme. We've gone to rage to literally a comic picture of a Mitsubishi 2005 Evolution 8th generation, and it literally just says that.
Yeah, so this is without a doubt a 2005 Mitsubishi 8th generation MR GSR CT98 2.0 liter 4G6 inline 4 engine.
And everyone's like, that is
6-speed close ratio gearbox vortex generator turbocharged moment.
Yes. Upvote.
The weird thing is there's that because I clicked on your Cartoon Network and it speaks to memes now because I was like, or you're like dogs at war. I was like reading a few panels. I was like, how long is this? And it's like scroll. It's like a novel. I'm like,
yeah.
Memes have evolved now where it's like, that's it. That's all you need. It's like a story. It's like a second or two. It's not much reading involved. Sometimes it's just dumb audio clip.
See, but there's like
we've gotten dumber.
It goes from like long form memes, and now we just have like a single picture of like Shrek, and then like at the bottom it's just F.
Yeah, that or like just
and
like
it's hilarious.
It's sometimes not even font. It's just like deep fried or something. Just
but like you can see a picture of a sad Shrek and all it says is F, but you understand that Shrek paying respects because of a Call of Duty game that had F as paying.
It's a lot of layers.
It's like it's like an ogre, dude. Memes have layers.
See, and but my personal favorite are like just like the text ones that are just fucking stupid. Here, like this one, I'm gonna post it. They're just fucking stupid. They're just stupid.
I don't want to catch. Oh,
oh my god!
I don't want to catch feelings. I want to catch a cum.
Like, what is that? Like it's Nicki Minaj and like I think what is a tiara, but they're Sims caricatures and Balenciaga,
and they're all like stretched and skewed. There's some guy, funny. Some dominatrix dog outfit.
It truly is like a deep fried meme.
We went from like terrible 1990s like graphic design to like in the 2000s and the 2010s and being like, what we want to make our memes kind of high quality, to like back to like now we're in 2020 and we're like, how can we make like a shitty 1990s Windows XP comic?
If it's not low quality, it's not worth it.
I remember when I first heard meme, I pronounced it meme. I was like, what is a meme? And I was like, oh, that's what like that is. That's a meme. So like, and then like, that's when you learned. And then like, that's when a whole door of memes opens up.
You know what else is a really good meme?
What?
Evo Online 2020.
That's actually a really good segue. That was a good segue.
I was gonna let the meme talk like go a little longer, like right before it petered off to get into the Evo talk.
Well played. Yes. Evo Online 2020. For those unaware, Evo is the evolution something. I don't know what the rest of it is. It's a fighting tournament. And
evolutionary.
Okay, just.
I don't know. Vacant.
Yep. Evolutionary Vacant. Everyone's favorite tournament series. It's huge. It's always hosted in Las Vegas in like the summers, but obviously currently things are a little different in the world, and because of this, they obviously can't hold giant tournament held in Las Vegas, so they're going online. But because of this, there's a lot of drama because they've dropped a lot of games that would normally be huge for them because
online is trash.
Yeah, the games that they dropped, it's because all their online is trash, ruins the competitive integrity, and then on top of that, nobody wants to watch troubleshooting issues and people complaining about this or that because of lag, blah blah blah. And one of those being Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah.
And everybody's super upsetty spaghetti about that. Although understandably it's not there.
Okay, wait, they're upset at Evo for not having it, or upset at Nintendo? That like, where is the blame being?
I mean, some
definitely on both.
Yeah, like some people are upset.
But you can't have it.
So
at Evo.
So the main problem with Nintendo's online, which honestly you can't blame Evo.
No chance.
I say both, but you really can't blame Evo. Nintendo Online's really bad. You look at Animal Crossing. That's like probably the most high tech their online has ever been.
And even then,
good. It's not bad.
But then
it's
not
like bad when it should be a game as simple as Animal Crossing.
Seamless. It should be seamless.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead
you shouldn't have to
please exit your phone.
A minute and a half for your home to join you.
Close the window.
Yeah, exactly.
Please. And then it's like,
and you have to watch them show up. Yeah, and then they want to leave. Please exit your window. Someone else wants to show up. Please. It's like, oh my.
And my expectations are already so low. I'm like, this isn't bad. Like, this is great. Like,
hey, this is progress.
Hey, Nintendo, good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's obvious they got rid of it because Smash Online is just an absolute joke. And I don't know if you guys have been watching like the quarantine series stuff.
I have.
No, I haven't.
With Moist Critical's whole thing and Alpha Reds and
yeah, it's been.
Has it been bad?
There's been so many times where people will just drop, like the connection will just drop, and they have to restart matches. Yeah.
And then like, you know how it's bad? It's like no other game franchise or like has been I mean, they have been a little bit, but you're able to still hold, like CSGO has a major coming up here in like, I think a week, and they've been holding it over like online, and they've been able to do it because like it's not how it is in Smash at all, and can actually hold a stable kind of connection rather than Mario jumping up like this and a lot of pulleys and levers back there. But let me reassure you, the fighters are not experiencing any of this lag at all.
But it's like terrible.
Part of me wants Evo to host Smash because then it would be bad, and then maybe Nintendo would get a grip and understand that they need to fix this.
I doubt it.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Purely because Nintendo has never put any money themselves into promoting like the Smash competitive scene. Like, once the only time they ever like actually promote it is when they do like when they're promoting the new game and they're like, oh, let's get some Smash pros in here and play our game. But that's about the extent of how far they go. So it's pretty depressing, especially for Ultimate, because Ultimate is their current game. I know people are like mad because like Melee doesn't get support, but it's like Melee's never gonna get support. that's left. That's a
and they can't make
15-year-old
money
game.
off of it.
I understand that. Like I've gotten to that point.
But
and I
Ultimate,
like
promoting the Ultimate scene and like selling your own GameCube controllers for the pro scene, or
yeah, could you imagine just like if they treated it like how Riot treats League or something like that? Like if there was like a summer set and all that kind of stuff, it'd be sweet.
Smash is like easily the most viewed fighting game
by far
on Twitch, like easily. So it's kind of,
you would think that it would.
You would think
maybe Street Fighter's close.
If Nintendo were to invest into Smash, I mean, there's no mistaking that Smash would be easily the biggest of all the fighting games, monetary wise, and
it's just like how Capcom does it with Street Fighter. I don't understand it. Like maybe because they just make so much money, dude, as Nintendo that they just don't care.
Honestly, that's it. Nintendo is just raking it in, especially right now.
Last year for Evo, Ultimate was their most entered game / like tournament bracket ever. And then it would have very well probably been this year as well.
Easily.
But of course,
we would have entered because we were going.
Well, I mean, if it was online, I also would have. If they'd done it, I would have.
You would have done?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Why
have done
not?
much.
Throw your hat in the ring. Why?
Like $15 or whatever. Say, hey, I played Evo, sure. But yeah, I wanted to go too. Obviously, we can't. Bummer. But they're missing out on that fact, and I'm sure Evo's not happy about that. Like they would have wanted it, but there's no way they could. There's no integrity if they were to do the online.
It would just be a meme, dude. I think they knew that it would literally like make their tournament look like a fucking joke.
I mean, there's the worst thing is I've been trying to watch these like Wi-Fi tourneys they're doing, like Blue was talking about, and they have like lag tests. And in the middle of a match, someone will go like, "Hey, like I think like there's some lag here." So then they're like, "All right, hold on, we got to do a lag test." So then like spectator leaves, so you're watching a stream for like 15 minutes while they do nothing. And then they have to individually test each user, get different people from different servers, like lag test these people, and they come back and they go, yeah, it's okay. Or in some cases, they've been like, yeah, this person had too much ping, so like they're disqualified. And you're sitting here for like 20 minutes like, this is so stupid. Or people will just do it to stall sometimes, or they'll lose and be like, oh, lag test. And it's just
a nightmare. Like logistically a nightmare.
It's just a bummer because it's like, I think part of the reason why Smash is so popular too is it's super easy to watch. And on top of that, so many people, including myself years ago when I first watched Smash competitive for the first time, I'd played Smash before, but never realized that level existed. So for a lot of people, they first off have an understanding. They're like, oh yeah, I played Smash once or here and there at my friend's house. They already understand it. There's not, I mean, the nuances get deep, obviously, like for pro play and stuff, but on the onset, you're just like, oh yeah, okay, like just hit him off the stage. This is okay. And you don't have to understand like intense button combinations or high-low blocks and all that kind of stuff. So it has a lot going for it, but all Nintendo has to do is not have terrible internet, and that's exactly what they have. So
well, that's not, and it's like what servers technically.
Well, yeah, whatever Netcode and whatever.
They just don't have like
their service.
I mean, Nintendo.
Like, what is it?
A hamster and
not
a wheel.
Lack of money, that's for fucking sure.
An overworked hamster and a wheel. That's what it is.
Their online is like taped together with like a hint of like glue and WD-40.
Little Elmers.
Well, little Elmer, little hot.
Sir, the pipes are leaking. Like it's fine. Just
put some more cement glue on it.
Let's get the tape. Get the duct tape.
Get the pullers and levies. The players aren't feeling this.
No, save the duct tape.
So what games are in Evo?
Well,
not Smash.
Not Smash.
Have they announced it?
I think they did. Well, so they announced some too that will be like exhibition matches and stuff. Like Dragon Ball FighterZ will be there, but not in like the tournament capacity because again, it's online. A lot of people dislike. I know one of them for sure is like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
Yeah, I see it right here. Under Night In Birth, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Tekken 7, Street Fighter, Champions Edition, Soul Calibur.
But see, I don't even think Street Fighter is a part of it either because their online is pretty bad.
It says Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition.
I think that's just a part of the game.
And then Samurai Showdown and Grand Blue Fantasy Venus or Versus.
Trying to figure it out. Introducing Evo Online. 5 weekends of fighting games? What the?
Yeah, it's like the whole month of July.
Like
1 week it's this game and this game, and the other week it's this one and this one.
Because what I'd seen was like what like Leffen had said. Says, yeah, so Evo Online is not including Ultimate, Street Fighter V, Tekken, or Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Because of their netcode. And that's pretty big. God. I mean, those are big titles.
I mean, those are the
Why is it fighting games that just have trash connection? Like,
well, what? The problem is, like, they probably have as good of, like, let's say they might even have better, let's say, servers than, like, Modern Warfare, which probably isn't that hard because their tick rate is terrible. But the difference is the input lag and stuff can make such a big difference in a fighting game when it's like that than versus a shooting game. Like fighting games, especially like combo oriented fighting games, like if the game has input lag and doesn't read your combos when it should, or you can't react, especially in like a fighting game when it's all frame data, you have like 15 frames to react to a move. But if you have X amount of input lag, by the time you see a move and you try to input to account for that, like you can't even.
It's like a probably the best comparison is like mouse acceleration. Like the reason people turn off mouse acceleration is because in shooters, everyone does.
I turn it off.
I don't know what you're doing. Everyone turns off mouse acceleration because mouse acceleration messes with, if you move your mouse this many inches, if your mouse acceleration, if your mouse acceleration is on, every single time you move your mouse a certain amount of inches, you can always, like, your mouse will always go a different distance on your screen. Whereas with mouse acceleration is off, every single time you move your mouse from point A to point D, you know that your mouse is going to be right at this specific spot on your monitor. So with lag, it's like you're basically playing a game with mouse acceleration on, where offline, you know exactly what your input's going to do, how it's going to do it, and it's reliable. Whereas in online, it's like, if I press this button just a frame off online, oh, well, now I fucked up. Geez, I can't press it now. All the combos.
Oh, God. That's why, like, the meta for fighting games, especially like Super Smash Brothers, the tier list is different for like
totally different,
like LAN versus online. Online, it's more punishing in the fact that like you don't have as much time to react, or it's harder to react. Sometimes it's harder to pull off low percent combos. Like Squirtle, for instance, on LAN can really consistently hit his like grab chain, down air, whatever, like low percent,
which is
combos.
Which is like a 3-frame perfect combo. Like you have to be on it to be able to land the Squirtle grab chains.
But then you go online, and it's like nothing's way. They're always getting out of the combo. So that's why like heavies, and why so many people like at the beginning of the game were like K-Real's busted, which he wasn't. But people were getting used to him, and two, because of online, like Ike and Cloud and Sonic and some of these other people that can either put out heavy hits fast enough that you can't react, like Ganondorf, that can be so punishing, or
just have like giant hitboxes for their moves in general.
Yeah, that helps too. Yeah, giant hitbox, just like Ganondorf swings his sword, like they'll probably fall into it, or like I'll probably hit him, odds are. And so it like literally, like a game like Smash, it is night and day between online and offline.
Yeah, just like because when a character like DDD is like near bottom tier, like on LAN, but like he's like tippity top tier on Wi-Fi, like there is clearly discrepancy between LAN and online.
So long story short is, I'll still watch it, whatever they have. I always enjoy watching fighting game tournaments, but certainly won't be the same. And of all the things I want to come back in quarantine, it would probably be like there's probably a small list: gym, movie theater, sports, and with that I'd say esports, and that's it. Like I want my Smash tourneys back.
be doing I mean, it just seems to be the fighting game. Like,
they're suffering the most. Yeah.
Yeah. Because everybody seems to be adapting. I mean, League is doing their thing.
You know what else is adapting?
Oh,
this
ad read.
Oh, nice. He did it. He did.
That was cool.
And welcome back to GG Over Easy. We didn't even say what episode it was. Episode 37.
37. Yeah, we're on CNN.
Can't say I ever watched CNN, so I wasn't too sure about that one.
I mean, at that age, it was just like, ooh, this is the new section.
Oh, yeah, CNN.
And then when I got to like 45, 44 was Spike, and then 45 was the Weather Channel. Don't ask me how I remember this. And then like 41 was TNT. I watched a lot of television as a kid.
So I feel like we can...
Parents were fighting a lot.
I feel like we can safely go into how I feel about PS5 and Xbox One stuff this week.
Oh, is that what it's called? The Xbox One X?
Well, Xbox One Series X or
Xbox Series One X,
whatever,
something like that. Yeah,
it looks
Series
like
X.
It looks like your Xfinity router. It looks like an Xfinity router. Like if you look up the one like they give you when you get Boost, that's what it looks like. 100.
Oh yeah, did we? Because I don't think we talked about it in the last episode. Because I don't know if like the Xbox show that was like after we recorded, right?
Yeah, it was like the day after.
But absolute bots.
I don't know why they like. It seems they were so excited about it, and they're like, witness the future of gaming, and then it was like, no first parties. Oh,
yeah, like I think they're saving it all probably for June or July, but then why not just save the whole thing until June or July?
Yeah, why even do a big reveal of like your? Oh, look at the games coming to Xbox One. Like this is like our first look at games, and
I was like, oh,
you gave us like
the worst year ever. So like, can you give us something?
Like, don't get me wrong, tight games, but like, why would you reveal all these when you could just wait for like a big reveal?
Because their big reveal has to be infinite. It's going to be infinite.
Their big reveal is that it can handle 30 frames per second.
Oh, did you, dude? Did you see the
Valhalla?
That's what you're talking about. Yeah, the Valhalla
thing.
Oh
my god,
that's the only reason I watched.
We were like, yo, so like, what could we expect from Valhalla on Xbox
30 frames.
And they're like, oh, yeah, like a solid 30 frames.
Yeah, like I didn't coat.
They tried to they tried to like play it off too, where they were like straight up like, oh yeah, a stable 30 frames. And it's like, oh, so
stable? Was that stable? Is that not 120? None of that.
God, the fact that we're going into next gen and that sounds like console players still aren't going to have 60 on games.
They can have 60.
I'm fighting for you, console players. For you.
Pretty much with the specs of PS5 and Xbox One, there's no reason these games shouldn't have 60. It's just for some reason game devs have like not game devs. I think it's more the console manufacturers like Sony and Microsoft really want to push this whole 4K thing.
Oh my. Bro, here's the thing too, like console players, I'm not here to make fun of you because listen, most of you have never actually played 60. And I know for a lot of you, it's like, dude, I don't like, it's just...
My heart will forever be with consoles, you know? Like,
yeah, it's just a couple frames. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But trust me, once you play 60 plus, you know, and then you go back to 30, anytime you're like, oh, I understand now. And that's why, like, even if these new games have to take a little graphical fidelity loss, it's so much more worth it for 60 frames.
There's no reason your game should be playing at 30 FPS, and
on the next gen console in 2020.
4K. It sounds like my dad.
Unless I'm seeing like fucking like cyberpunk level shit.
Yeah,
then
that's
I'll be
understandable.
Like, okay, 30 is fine.
I don't even know if my PC will get there.
But
I don't even know. No, but it'll get there.
Nah, it'll get there.
It better. But I 30. That's so ridiculous. Like, oh my god. Like, I just feel, I don't know. It better not be 30 frames on PC. I tell you that.
Yeah, locked at 30 FPS on PC. Well, the other thing that disappointed me about the Xbox was I was watching for the Valhalla because they're like, watch for the gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
Oh, there was no game.
And it was pretty much just like, it might as well have just been like screenshots in engine or whatever. And like, okay, well, waste of my time. All right. Going back to editing.
Dude,
Like,
I used to get like so excited for like the all stuff is rendered in engine, and it's like, and then like,
you're like,
it's like just show me the gameplay, please. Like,
Yeah.
the engine was cool for a while, but now it's like no different than like cutscene.
if Anthem has ruined it for me, you know, like Anthem was supposed to be the sickest thing ever, and it was the biggest piece of garbage ever given to us. So it's just like, and Anthem looked so sick.
It's still such a pretty game, but man,
games lie to you all the time. That's why, like, unless it's explicitly like this is gameplay in engine, never trust what you see. Because most of the time, if I watch something now and it's like cutscene or like it's like a cinematic trailer, I'm like, nope. I mean, cool story. Like for Valhalla, I was like, okay, cool, Vikings, cool, sure. Now, what's the game like?
Now, do you say the same thing for Unreal Engine 5 then?
Well, see but that wasn't a cinematic. That was literally a demo made, like that's a playable demo. It's a tech demo made in engine.
Can we play it?
Probably not.
Probably not, but I mean, you would need at least a PS5
our computers
kit.
would melt.
Would they really?
I don't
the thing
think
about
so.
those Unreal tech demos is they're designed to show you like what's probably like a couple of years ahead of time.
Yeah.
And it's more
like games that are like 2020, like 6-ish, like.
Yeah, I mean, probably maybe even more. Like Unreal Engine demos are there specifically to show off how capable the engine can be. Yeah. And usually to get like those results, they don't have like our usual like consumer computer sitting on our desks. They have like.
It's true. They have a Linus Tech Tips one.
Yeah, the Linus Tech Tips computer.
The difference, so for those unaware, so aside from Xbox One, Series X, whatever, doing like a reveal of some titles coming, most of them not, I don't think any of them were first party actually.
Sports.
Oh yeah, like Dirt or something. So I mean, maybe there are some games there that really interesting people.
And please don't hit me with the Xbox is not about the games; it's about the user experience.
What the hell does that even mean?
It's all about the games. Everything's about the games.
The user experience? What does that even mean?
Get out of here, Kyle.
Yeah, we know.
Isn't user experience the games?
To be fair, because I don't want like in the comments being like, you guys are just a bunch of like PS5 fanboys. We don't have anything on the PS5 to judge.
I'm also the Keyblade holder.
True. Sony hasn't revealed anything, but I'm just saying if
I can already tell you it's going to be better.
I think my main problem with Microsoft is how they always handle something. They remember the Xbox 360. They marketed the shit out of that so
you couldn't
well.
Couldn't find one.
Incredible marketing, and ever since Xbox One and then to Xbox One X, the marketing has just been like.
Well, dude, the Xbox 360 just steadily got worse. Like the dashboard got worse, and everything's like slowly got worse. And then when the Xbox One came out, and still it blows my mind when I play on an Xbox One. That like when you open up your friends list, it has to open up like an entirely new like app, and then like load your friends list, and then you have to close your friends list app to then. It is so dumb. I hate that dashboard still to this day more than anything.
Well, they're like, we're bringing Windows 10 like block UI or whatever, and I was like, no one.
Please what? God no.
Like
please,
no,
God,
no one.
It didn't work on your phones. It's not going to work on your console.
Like please, bro.
Oh, they want to put what like Android had.
No, because Windows has a phone, Windows Phone.
Oh, do they even worse?
I don't know how that's doing anymore, but yeah, they had that.
Do you have a Windows Phone, or was that an Android?
No, I had Android.
Okay. It's good to have you on the iPhone gang now.
Hey, so Xbox One had their little display. Nothing was super crazy, and then recently, like yesterday, I believe, PlayStation 5, or more so, I guess, Epic Games showed a tech demo of Unreal Engine 5 running on PS5, supposedly showing what next gen is capable of as well as their new engine. And it was pretty impressive stuff. And for people watching it though that don't understand game design or game engine or game programming, like a lot of it will be like, I don't understand. Essentially though, it means that game fidelity wise, like it can handle so much more, especially when it comes to polygons. Now the thing though is kind of like what we briefly mentioned, like this was all made specifically for this. Literally, the creators of the engine made this. They wanted to show it off as best they can. So there was like a tweet, for instance, from like the art director of God of War. That was like, yeah, that's cool, but like good luck making the game fidelity like that for 30 plus hours of gameplay or something like that. So even though it might be capable of that, being able to create the resources and stuff,
you handle that for like a 30
needed, yeah,
campaign.
to like fill 30 plus hours of gameplay like God of War would just be an insane undertaking one way or the other. But the promise is, like with the new engine, as with all other stuff, like games are getting better slowly and slowly. Like a lot of the lighting systems, environment, sound, all that kind of stuff, Unreal Engine 5 is going to improve upon. But most importantly, dude, Fortnite is moving to it next year. That's the big takeaway. Let's go, dude.
Wait, Fortnite. I have a real question for you guys. What do you think it says about Destiny, the game, if Destiny 2 is going to be on next-gen consoles?
We're not getting D3
We're not getting D3 for like another
couple
2-3 years, is my guess.
Yeah.
If not more, because I don't think D2 needs to. I think D2's a great
it doesn't need to be on next-gen consoles.
We don't need D3 though at all. Honestly, I think this is probably better for D3, because imagine if Bungie made D3 for next gen, like
then we
right
just have
at
a
the
D2 all over
beginning
again.
of the year.
Like
they would have had to. They would have had to keep behind. They would have made D3 for last gen consoles too. So they 100% would have. So this is probably better for.
Yeah, they'll do what they did before and eventually sunset it. Because they sunset it when, like Rise of Iron or something.
Rise of Iron, yeah.
Yeah.
The sunset means it just like rides off into the sunset.
Well, yeah, it kind of. They leave it like they didn't technically like shut the servers down,
they
but like
took it out back and
shot
shot it.
Essentially.
Can you still
but in
play
nicer
D1
words.
online?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, those servers aren't shut down.
I do that every day, dude. It's like I go back.
The glory days.
Remember, this is what it used to be.
I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about going back and like starting like a new character and just playing. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. I was thinking about it. Okay.
Okay, please still play Final Fantasy. I'd rather have you do that.
I just know I would go back though.
As someone who cares about you,
I'd go back though, and the quality of life changes and stuff. Like even though D2 isn't perfect, there are like just small quality of life changes that have vastly helped.
D2 is 100% better game now.
Yeah, but like I just imagine going into patrol and immediately trying to find a map and going, oh right,
oh that's right.
Or I can't see my friend. I can't fast travel. I was like, oof. So even just small things like that. But
I mean, since we're on the topic of D2,
hey,
we might as well
get more
it
drama.
Welcome to Blue's D2 corner. Some shit.
My favorite part, dude. This is where I just get to chill and ask questions.
Well, guess what? Today, boys and girls, we've got steaming, piping hot tea because this was a loaded week in Destiny 2. Let's start with a negative sandwich because there's two bad things and one good thing.
Okay.
So let's start with the bad thing. There's this new quest for Fellwinter's Lie.
Oh my god.
The cool shotgun from D1.
That everybody wanted back.
Now, this is supposed to be an Iron Banner weapon, and you would think, if we're going to do a community event, this is the cool community event. Let's do like based on how many kills people get, like in Iron, like collectively we have to get all these kills in Iron Banner before everyone gets the Fellwinter's Lie. No. They instead decide to put progress bar for the entire community on how many public events we complete on each planet.
And it's not like a small amount of public events.
It's like a lot.
An ungodly amount.
To make things worse, it got so bad because after the first day, they didn't even get to 10% on one. This quest supposed to be done in a week. After one day, they didn't even get past. I don't even think they got to 8% after 24 hours on the first day.
Fuck them.
And Nessus and the other two planets were still at 1%. So it got so bad. Bungie was like, "Hey, so like we're like lowering the requirements and like increasing the percent per public events, and also we're making the public events easier." It's like,
no, it's not that. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, nobody wants to farm for this PvP shotgun by doing PvE events.
Not only, I mean, the kicker for me is that they're throwing this in towards the end of the season after everyone's already had to play the only new activity that there was anyway. That was a public event. So now you're going to throw it in after all this, like after the Guardian Games grind and everything?
Public events since the beginning of the season. I'm not going to do it for another week.
And a lot in a week.
A lot in a week. So
I don't understand their thinking. I don't. Like, there has to be a underlying reason they did that. Or not people, like, do they want to boost their public event numbers or something?
More get people, I don't know.
It's
There's
slightly
something.
It's slightly tone deaf because there's so much like divide in like who plays PvE and who plays PvP, especially after this season now, because Bungie has been like, oh,
which glue tastes
better play Trials, but I'm just like, but Bungie, I don't want Trials, and Bungie's like, no, you love Trials,
you love it.
Okay,
so they do this whole PvP oriented season, but then they're like, hey, so we know you guys like cool PvP shotguns. What if you farmed a PvE public event? Which is like, that's definitely going to get the PvP dudes to play PvE 100%.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, man. Well, anyways, so that sounds bad. Now let's talk about the good this week. So Bungie had a really good this week of Bungie this week. Actually, one of their best this week's of Bungie's. Rob, you're actually going to like this a lot.
I know, but like, dude, it's how many good at this week at Bungie's have we had?
This is one of your, but this week of Bungie actually addresses some of your most biggest of all time complaints. Admittedly, I think a lot of people like overblew this TWAB as like the second coming of Jesus.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I saw a lot of like D2 YouTubers like, this is gonna change everything. It's gonna change a lot.
I've heard this,
but this also isn't gonna suddenly make D2 like the premier MMO. Like, wow, this game is the most rewarding MMO of all time.
I'd rather fish in Final Fantasy.
Me too.
Fishing in Final Fantasy is tight. But
yeah, I've been doing it for the past 10 hours.
I bankrupted myself 1,000,000 guild to get myself the optimal fish. Okay, anyways, Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is finally gonna have like true transmog. We don't know when. It might be this fall. They said they don't have like a timetable, but they said this is what they're working on. They said they're having transmog.
That's good.
You have the option to turn any of your armor pieces into an ornament, which is super tight. Should have been there from the start in Armor 2.0.
Should have been a thing since a thing. Yeah.
When they made Armor 2.0, instead of making like ornaments from Eververse, they should have just been like, oh, I'll dismantle this armor and turn it into an ornament. Should have been there from the start. But it's super tight that's coming. And I'm super excited for it. They also have added new aspirational pursuits for armor for like raids or like trials, or
what does that mean?
I'm assuming strikes PvP. So Rob, this means there's going to be ornaments, exotic ornaments, exotic sparrows, exotic ships, all not necessarily just exotic, but like different stuff like that. They're going to be part of activities and raids now for you to earn.
Good, dude.
So like, hypothetically speaking, what should happen? Like, you know how like they put all the trials ornaments and stuff in Eververse?
I thought that was so fucked up that they
it's super messed up.
So now that, I mean, that's stupid, but hypothetically, the system we're talking about now, it should be that now, yes, you get that stuff from trials.
Oh, you're not going to get some random sparrow that has nothing to do with the season at all, that has like looks nothing like it at all.
So so it's super tight because they said none of those things, no ships, no ghost shells, sparrows, or arm ornaments. None of those are going to be.
That's good.
In Eververse. So, well, not necessarily that none of them, but like none of them that like clearly visually based, like the trials shit in Eververse. They said there's not going to be anything like that anymore. So
I don't hate Eververse. I just hate how predatory it is in the sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Just how they have the Trials of Osiris ornament. Like, I have to pay 600 for this. Like, this is what I should get from Trials, like as a random drop, maybe. Like, it's stupid. Make people play it more.
Yeah, super tight. They said they're going to be adding a new weapon pursuit each season, which is cool, but
is that like Recluse and stuff?
Yeah,
but we're not getting Pinnacles back.
No,
we're definitely not getting.
So we're going. Back. We went from 3 Pinnacles to, 3 Pinnacles to some rituals to no rituals, back to 1 ritual.
To basically 1 ritual season, which is okay. This was like kind of like a really weird flex for me personally, because I mean, this is still a downgrade from what we had before.
Yeah.
But the cool part is they made it to where you can get it from playing whatever playlist you want. So you can play Strikes, Crucible, Gambit if you want, and you can get the Pursue weapon you choose. And so that's cool, being able to choose what you want to do. Pretty tight. And then the legendary skin specifically for it will be tied to actually playing the game, not Eververse anymore. Still pretty sick. They said that they're also kind of a weird thing. They said each year they're going to be adding a new armor set to Crucible, Gambit, and Strikes. Okay, tight, but this isn't like great because every other MMO that you guys are aspiring to be does that like every couple months,
like times 8, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I mean they used to do vendor resets all the time.
Yeah, I mean, but there's no really. Unfortunately, there's no point to do vendor resets with armor being like super vanity based now. That's tight because that gives them something to give us, like new armor, sick, like something to make my guardian look tighter. Dope. It's cool that they want fashion to be more of an end game, so that's cool. But like one new playlist armor set a year is kind of
whack.
Interesting. I wasn't gonna say whack, but interesting because
I will.
It's because this is a lot less than we usually got. Other tight thing, they said they were adding easier ways for you to get bright dust. So it's not going to be as difficult as it is to, like, could you guys honestly say right now, like a reliable way for you guys to get bright dust, like as just a casual player?
I don't know how to
my
get
wallet.
You guys have no clue, right? Exactly.
Other than getting something that's from the Eververse store that I dismantled.
No clue, exactly.
Right?
So,
I just give them my credit card, the 3 digits on the back of my credit card number.
You actually can't get bright dust from dismantling stuff from Eververse now. So
yeah, but see, you don't need bright dust if you just buy with silver.
Oh,
True. Smart man. YouTube money. We out here. So going forward, they're going to make it easier for you to get bright dust. They're making bright engrams more relevant. So instead of being like a whole year old, bright engrams will start like getting stuff from like 3 seasons prior. It's pretty tight. For the most part, this is all sick, but the sickest thing is that Eververse is going to have less of a role.
That's good.
They wanted more Eververse stuff to be like actually in the loot pool, which is how it should have been because that's exactly how it was in D1.
Yeah.
So it's super tight. I think that's super sick. I like all of this. I'm trying to temper my expectations because they didn't say this is coming out with the expansion. They said this is coming out kind of whenever it's ready.
Yeah.
Cool. Tight. Guardian Game's best event of all time. We loved it.
Bro, the statue. Can we... I saw a picture of that. I was like, you kidding me?
Oh, in the corner?
Oh, that was sick. Oh, I thought you guys were talking about PG's picture.
Oh, no. Like, that so for Titans 1, they're like...
was so tight.
They're like, whichever class wins for the next year or whatever, we'll have like a statue to like immortalize them in the tower or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Where is it?
It's right next to Zavala. And it's on like a 2-foot table. Like a little like you would think it's like a nightstand. And the statue itself is not even like a foot high.
You think they'd like at least put it like next to the Postmaster or Eververse?
No.
And like at least be relatively large, you know, something.
Like I don't care that it's a Titan that won, because obviously I didn't care who won. And anyway, whoever won, that's what they get is some like rinky dinky little.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Like it's amazing just how many ways they messed up.
Look in the Discord. Like look at this picture I'm posting in there. It's
yeah. And the majority of what you're seeing right there is just the table.
Yeah.
Like the white table. Like it's bizarre.
It hurts.
That's so
well, that's one good positive. Now let's get into the bad. This got really big in the community. I'm lying. This didn't get big in the community. This got big in like the 5 people who play PvP community in Destiny 2. I don't know why this got like such a big deal. So DMG made this tweet about how Toxicity kind of prevents people from really participating in PvP activities, which is not wrong, right? Because Jesus Christ, like D2 community, they take PvP like really seriously, which is like kind of a weird champ. This
real weird champ.
Yeah, dude, but
like, chill with it. But all at the same time, it's like it's kind of yeah. So while I agree, D2 community has gotten pretty weird over the years, especially with like how seriously things get taken. The argument was that teabagging is super hurtful to people's feelings. Now, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a weird change.
I like dropping a couple nuts on people every once in a while too. I do enjoy dropping my fat nuts on someone who hits me with like
go ahead.
something disgusting. Like someone's playing Striker Titan, I'm gonna teabag you because you're playing Striker Titan. All right, like a stupid loadout. I'm probably gonna drop my nuts on you. But that's like how.
No, Blue, you're a terrible person because you do that. You're the spite of a
gatekeeper.
Person, and you're awful.
I understand why people. This brought out a lot of very hot takes from people, which I don't even need to go over because
dude, I have my say in this, and I had a whole thing written out. I swear to you, like I just to somebody's tweet, I had a whole thing written out. I just deleted it all, and I just wrote, I disagree. Like I had a whole thing written out.
That's all you need to say,
and it had like 1/?, but then I was just like, no way, like I can't be bothered. But like, all right, like I am a known teabagger, and it's not because I'm a terrible person or I fucking spite people and I just like making people angry. It's just that I'm better than you. Okay, sorry that. All right, get good and teabag me back. And guess what? When you teabag me back, you're going to get me mad. And guess what you want to do? Make me mad. So guess what? Get better and teabag me. There you go. You want to make that person if you want to make how the person who teabagged you make you feel how you do, go do it to them. Like that's just how I feel about it.
The thing I understand too is teabagging has been around like forever. This isn't some brand new thing.
Yeah.
And if someone's like, I don't play PvP because I get teabagged, well, then you shouldn't be playing PvP. You shouldn't play PvP in any game.
I don't play PvP because it sucks.
You shouldn't be playing video games.
Like, you
shouldn't read other things that don't agree with your opinion. You shouldn't go outside. You shouldn't you should just it's just teabagging. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. I'm sorry you got your feelings hurt.
If it somehow gave an edge like emo peeking does, I'd say teabagging is a problem. But teabagging it's harmless. It literally
emo peeking is a bigger issue than teabagging is.
Teabagging most of the time, the only thing it does is actually just get you killed because you're just sitting out in the open teabagging. Like I don't know.
And I'm sorry, you getting teabagged and then going out and complaining you got teabagged in a public space literally is doing exactly what that guy wants you to do. I'm sorry, you're playing literally into their hand. It's literally a teabag and you go, oh, okay, I'm moving on. If you get upset by the teabag, that's what we want. We want you to get mad by the teabag. That's what I want. When I teabag somebody, I want them to get tilted. I want them to go tweet about what just happened. I want them to tweet about their experience. If they don't do that, then it's like, oh, then I didn't get what I wanted. So don't give them what they want. Just go play the game. If they teabag you, I don't know, crank a 90 in Fortnite real quick on your other monitor. I don't know.
So I mean, I don't disagree with any of that. Simultaneously, I agree with the sentiment, like, don't be a dick on the internet. But I don't think teabagging is like the primary reason you should be like, oh, dude.
I think if you take it again, if you take it a step further and message somebody on their account and like you're a piece of shit and you suck at this game, that's taking it too far. But like that's being a piece of shit and being toxic. Now a teabag, I wouldn't put that in the same realm as that.
I mean, what's the difference between teabagging after you kill someone, like emoting after you kill someone?
Emoting, exactly.
It's all the same.
I think this more came from a place of being a community manager is really fucking hard, right?
Absolutely, you're never making anybody happy.
You will never. Like, you can never be perfect. People will always flame you for something. So I could definitely see.
And you're the face of the company, unfortunately, even though you don't have your hands in said part of game.
So I can see the point of view because ultimately I think the moral of the story was don't be a dick on D2 because it's D2. It turned into the whole teabagging argument. People had some really hot takes anywhere from if you teabag, you're a toxic shithead and your parents never loved you. To
I mean, you're right.
Something like to anywhere from If I teabag you, or if you teabag me, I'm gonna DDoS you because you deserve it. Because teabagging is tight, or some shit, or honestly, all of this. The fact that this turned into a long, drawn out conversation about teabagging and its effects on the psyche just kind of showed me, man, one, I need to stop looking at Destiny 2 PvP Twitter because it's the worst. And two, this is why I log on like once or twice a week and like do a couple raids and then I get off and then I live my life happily without playing PvP. Because, bro, like, why did this turn into like such a big thing over nothing? And honestly, the answer is because there's nothing else going on in D2 and people need something to talk about.
They're bored.
D2 has nothing to do.
Take it out on something. It's kind of like
Go jerk off. Go play Final Fantasy 14. That shit's tight right now.
Like, I hope people don't think like, for the people that like hate I hope you don't think I'm a bad person because I teabag. I'm not teabagging somebody because I think like I'm better person than they are and I want to make them mad, or I'm a piece of shit person who hates people and hates happiness. I'm just doing it because I killed them and I feel superior in that moment. Just kill me back and teabag me back. Okay. There it is. You want to piss off a teabagger, you go teabag them. And I guarantee you, 100 times out of 100, if you teabag the teabagger, you will get a message back saying, "You're a piece of shit, you suck at this game." And guess what? They're mad now. And now they're mad and they're like, "You're not even good." And then you just did exactly what they did to you. And now you feel better. So just do that. That would be my recommendation. Because I used to be that teabagger. But now I just do it just to do it.
Yeah, so my overall take is it's Destiny 2 PvP. It's nobody cares that much.
I've been bagging for 11 years, dude. I'm not going to stop now. Because my feelings are hurt.
I think it's all a bit bizarre. And you shouldn't take that seriously.
It's like a Black Mirror episode.
It's just it's just a weird take to say like that's the reason people don't play PvP, or like
it's a weird take to like it's kind of a weird take, yeah, for sure. But then it's also even weirder that this got blown out into a whole argument of pro teabaggers versus anti teabaggers, and it's like, what am I reading?
Okay, wait, can you guys state your position right now? I am pro teabagging. It's okay to teabag. You're doing it, if you don't take it to the messaging, like don't be just teabagging.
But that's different. That's not teabagging.
That's not teabagging. Like I don't want that line to get confused.
This is what I think. I don't care. Teabag, don't teabag. There you go.
I'm with Fruit. I'm teabagging neutral.
Yeah, like
you're teabagging neutral.
It's part of it, but like it's just teabagging.
Yeah.
Because 100% of the time, the person who's teabagging gets tilted by people who teabag them. So just teabag them back, and then they'll be tilted too. That's just.
The only time I usually teabag someone is if they teabag me. Like, I'll teabag someone like if they're crouch shotting, you know, like, oh look, I can crouch a whole bunch too. Like that's really the only time I do it. But that's the exact same thing. It's just to get back at somebody. Otherwise, I'm like, whatever. And like, same thing with like, I equate it to like just don't let it bother you. Like, when I'm on the road, like driving and stuff, and you know somebody will do something stupid or honk or do something whatever, like Claire will get so angry and she'll think about it and sit on it for a while. I know a lot of people do, and then I can't believe like let's say we're driving and some guy honks behind us or does something stupid, right? I know a lot of people will get like upset about that, or like sit on it for a while, and she'll mention it like 10 minutes later. It's like, wait, what? I don't even. Like that happened, and then I just get right past it. That's how like I take teabagging myself. And if it upsets you that much, that's what the route you need to take. It's like it happened, okay, and it's gone. I already forgot about it. There's no point in like what Rob said, like dwelling on it. Like the only thing you're doing is doing exactly what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Like, just don't worry about it. And if it does upset you that much, you just don't play a game where you can get teabagged.
You shouldn't be playing it then.
Listen, I have a confession to make. There's something I really do dwell on.
And it's this ad?
This next ad read.
Hey. Yeah. And welcome back to GG Over Easy. After our usual talks of recent events and drama and whatnot, there always seems to be some Destiny drama. We head into some Patreon questions for this episode. And then ideally we hop into some food because your boy's hungry. And I feel like a lot of our listeners are too, you know?
You know what I'm hungry for? These Patreon questions. Hit them with us.
This content.
We have Joao Pedro Barth.
What did you say to me?
Has a question. Says, did one of you guys ever get so mad while recording that you ever just had to stop? For example, when Arios killed Fruit and everyone in PUBG and Fruit almost lost it.
I remember when Rob did.
I have
several times.
I have one that I clearly remember, and I still I don't know if I have the clip anymore. I think I deleted the clip because I was like,
I'm pretty sure
it's an Apex one.
No, not
TTT.
Apex.
That was one of them.
TTT.
Oh no!
It was when we were playing TTT, and everybody was just whenever someone was a terrorist, they would just drop innocent traitor weapons, and then the innocent they were like. I was the traitor, but then I dropped the rocket launcher for Ab, and then Ab was an innocent, and then he became the traitor. It was like this whole new wild west bullshit.
See, that was probably me and Dork's fault because
it was not your fault because
we gave people the idea. We did it like once. And then suddenly it was fair game for everyone.
Well, no, but that's okay. That's how you guys play TTT. Like, I can expect the wacky things from Dork. But when everybody's doing it, then it's like there's no structure, there's no rules. And so I remember I was a traitor. And I was like, I was a traitor, and I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I just got traitor, like, finally. Like, I haven't been. It's one of those, like, TTT nights where it's innocent. And it's just like, so it was one of those nights.
I wasn't there for that episode, and I just remember seeing the Dream Team DMs, and I think Bless was just like, hey, yo, amigo, sorry, I hope I didn't make you guys mad from that session. And Rob just responds with, "It's fine, Bless," smiley face.
Yeah, so like what happened was
that's when you know.
It was probably like 2.5, 3 hours into this TTC session. We had been grinding. Like back in the day, like when we did TT session, we just didn't do an hour. We used to do like 3 hours and then get like 5 or 6 episodes like in those like 3 hours normally. And so we're like super far into it. Everyone's tired, or at least I am. And I'm traitor, and Ab is the traitor. So at one point, I'm like walking next to a traitor, and I just blow up. And it says I was killed by an innocent, but I was killed by a rocket launcher because I saw it fly through. So I'm like, why the fuck did I die? So I'm typing in the chat. I'm like, Ab just rocket launched me. And like, oh no, Bless. It was me and Bless, and I was like, great, Bless,
because he gave Ab.
Yeah, I was like, great. Bless just rocket launched me. I was like, why? So like, Bless like wins the round. And Bless goes, yeah, versus like my dude, as I'm his traitor. And I'm like, Bless, why are you saying like like Ab? And he goes, yeah, versus is like I gave Ab a rocket launcher. And like, I was like, what? And then you just hear like, why are we like and then he's like, and then like Bless is like everyone's like explaining it, and then like Bless goes, well, Dork and Blue do it. And I was like, yeah, but that I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm done. I was like, good night. I was like, and that's the I think that's the only time I can really remember off the top of my head. Me actually rage quitting in the middle of a thing off of just rage induced. I was pissed. I was so mad. I don't think we played TTT for like 3 months. I don't have that clip anymore. It's somewhere.
Dude,
yeah, if you're all like, where'd TTT go? It was
that clip is somewhere.
I'm so happy. At least I'm not the person who like reminds Rob of his angriest moment, because like when I remember seeing the DMs and I was like, oh, something happened.
The only time I really truly remember rage quitting.
And then Dork showed me its recording, and I was like, oh,
so maybe Dork still has it.
I was like, ooh.
I remember the map too. It was like over water.
Yeah, oil rigs or something.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that's pretty bad. Like that's real anger right there.
It was like TT. Like, and that's what I love. Like TTT is great when you have like one or two like BlueWestlo and Dorks like doing their thing, but when the whole lobby is just 8 BlueWestlo and Dorks running around,
you can't have a full lobby of chaotic neutrals. You can't have it.
Yeah, go do it.
Yeah, it's literally like those little babies. Everybody goes do it. But that's what I can remember. I don't know if you guys have ever.
I don't think I've ever rage quit. I mean, like probably the angriest ever was with the Aereos.
No, you did rage. You came pretty.
No,
you did rage quit.
That one night, I can't think of one.
No, there was that one night when we were trying to do the PUBG zombies, and
I mean that was
Aereos.
He kicked Aereos. He didn't rage quit.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking.
No, we stopped recording that day. We came back the next day.
We might have.
Oh, I thought he just kicked Aereos out, and then we like just.
I did kick Aereos.
I think he did kick Aereos out. I think we tried to do more content, but we didn't like actually get content till like the next day of zombies, where we were literally recording zombies rounds for
hours,
literally hours, and like Fruit was like, that just was like Fruit would like die early on, and he couldn't get around.
Well, the problem was it was like it was like scuffed.
Yeah.
They like scuffed custom lobbies. Like PUBG just added these. No, hey, you can try this out or whatever. I was like, okay, dope. Like we can do like a zombies thing. So getting everyone in 100 people into this thing was just so difficult. It took so much time. Things kept crap, blah, blah. So it would take like 30 minutes to set up a game. Then you got to get in and then try and, survive and get content.
And you got to not die. And
you have to not die.
You got super unlucky like 2 games in a row.
So then you have to wait the whole thing, and then it completely closes the lobby. It's not like, just start it up again. No, you have to read. So this was like over and over and over hours. I'm like, oh my, we just need one good game. And that was the one good game we had when Aereos decides to just, blindside me with that car.
Throw it all away.
It was such a good round because like all of us were alive and we were like all just vibing in cars like, oh, this is the round. We're going to win this zombies game and Fruit's going to be at the last circle. And then
tragedy.
I've never heard Fruit more angry in my life than when Aereos killed him in that car.
I don't think I've ever been that angry.
I will never hear anger like that. And this is like a mixture of like Fruit who was tired and also Fruit who is not eaten and Fruit who is now turned into the Hulk because Aereos just yeeted him out of a car.
I was so.
I also would consider you dying in your hardcore, maybe rage quitting a recording. Because like you tried after that and you're like, I just can't do this anymore. Like
true. Well, that's also the street.
Like,
it's like 5 hours. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, secretly, so that one. So the very first time I died, like I sunk or whatever, or I drowned, and it was like 5 hours.
Trying to get paper, right? That's all you were doing.
Yeah, I was just like getting some in the sunken ship. I drowned. It was like 5 hours, 6 hours. I was like, okay, screw this. Like, I'll see you guys tomorrow, whatever. And then, so I tried again. We got like 7-8 hours into this world, died. I was like, oh my God.
How'd you die in that world?
A creeper in a mine shaft.
Oh.
Didn't even hear. I had to go back in the recording too and like literally just know it. Like I was literally sitting there and then it's just, you're dead. And I'm like, what? So I was pissed, but then my friends and I, we were going to play that game For the King that night. They were waiting for me. So, but everyone's like, make a new world. So I like jumped in real quick. I was like, I wanted to just go play with my friends. I was like, screw this, 360 over lava. I failed it. So I was like, great. Okay. We'll just do it in a new world the next day. I was over it.
I just like your 360. You just like and you're just sitting there like.
I thought I could actually make it, but yeah, I'd say I guess that's kind of the closest. But no, the only ever times I can remember like quitting things, like we did a TTT sesh recently, but it's because of a migraine.
That was a headache. Like
yeah, like.
Good. I was gonna say if Blue and Christian have ever quit anything, it's just because they don't feel good or they're tired. Like
I was sitting in because we were playing that water map or the towers and the water dude. I was like looking at the screen, my head's like dum, dum, dum. I'm like like the whole last round I was like I'm gonna go die.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really.
Have you ever rage quit, Blue?
Aereos is the closest.
It's pretty impossible to get me angry. I don't think I've ever been like genuine anger. I don't think I know what it's like to be angry, but because my anger comes out as disappointment, maybe I think.
I'm disappointed.
Like when I'm really, I don't respond with anger. I respond with like.
I think you just get like more quiet, or if anything.
I respond with. I'm just really disappointed right now. Like
you're gonna be a good
expected
parent.
A lot more out of you.
Or like I'm disappointed with like I don't know I get disappointed with people, but like people know I'm disappointed with them, but I'm not like bro, fuck this fucking game and fuck you too and your mother. No, it's more like,
And, hey,
damn,
whoa,
like, that's
whoa,
just-
I'm gonna go to bed.
yeah, I'm just like, you're really killing my vibes right now, dude. Like, it's just not.
Damn, like, I'm not vibing right now, doggy. Like, come on. Yeah, I can't really remember a time Bully did either. But I can remember.
I will. The only times I ever actually genuinely get angry is if I'm like genuinely like getting my shit pushed in a fighting game. That is the only time I'll actually like.
I gotta get good at Smash. I'll be back.
That's the only time like I'll actually get like angry and like super fucking mad, and that's the only time you'll ever see like.
Well, good thing nobody rolls you in Smash.
A different
in the
side of
group,
me. That's
you know?
what. Like when I'm really trying really hard, I'm like, guys, can't beat this fucking piece of shit. Like I'll get mad.
Yeah, and then I bet when they don't rematch you, you're like, yeah, you fucking. I bet you don't want to rematch. Like, not best 2 or 3. Yeah, no coward.
I was about to adapt. Yes, right. Get out of here.
Bro, 0-3. Give me my chance to come back. 0-3. I'll make
best of 7. Come on.
Series. I was best of 7. I was the winner in that one. All right, let me find another one. This one is from Mami Yaotaru. Any future or potential plans to travel to Japan or Singapore or organize a trip with your worldwide fandom of Fruit Nation?
Wait.
Let's just pretend that like we can fly. All right, for a second. Let's go off in La La Land.
Like superpower or like airplanes?
Like, yeah, it says any future potential plans to travel to Japan or Singapore. I mean, not in the near future, but it would be sick. I love both those places.
I didn't realize how sick Singapore was until I watched Westworld because it was all set in Singapore.
Mm-hmm.
City's crazy looking.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Very futuristic.
I had a plan for Japan for like upcoming spring,
and Danielle
but
and Dado, right? And
yeah,
Claire.
But and it looking great right now. So
when was that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be like spring, but now that everything's getting moved and the wedding and possibly honeymoon and all this stuff, I have no idea what's happening. But I've always wanted to go to Japan. Well, hopefully soon. Singapore, I've never thought about, but I'd be open to it, I guess.
Would you go to like the Poke Centers and all that kind of stuff? Like
that's why I would go to Japan.
What do you mean, would I? If I'm in Japan, I'm gonna find my way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna find my way.
I do want to go. I do want to kind of see some of the more rural sides, not just like the big cities,
like the mountainous, like kind of like where like the rice.
Oh, like in Your Name, yeah, I feel you.
Oh, and then I've heard there's a lot of like really cool places, kind of off the beaten paths with like hot springs, or like hotel spas and stuff like this. I don't know, like cool place to check out. That
yeah, Japan just seems like a really cool place to visit in general.
Mm-hmm. It's true. I want to go one day.
Our last question is from Not Blue Wheat Loaf.
Oh.
Are you guys excited for any non-gaming product releases? Things like the Herman Miller gaming chairs or new series of Intel chips? I can't.
I'm poor.
I was like, I would love a new Herman Miller chair, but I mean, I don't keep up with the Herman Miller conferences, so
that's what's supporting my back.
Nice cover up of that brand right behind you, Rob. Good job, buddy.
Hey, I've already had some talks. I can say that. I've had talks. I can say that legally now.
My oath is no longer with him.
I just like, dude, it's just different though. When you sit in Christian's chair, man, it's weird. It's like I'm laying down like this while simultaneously sitting like this. It's weird. I don't get it, you know? Like,
it's good for the posture,
it's
man.
Perfect. It feels like I'm laying down, but I'm not laying down. It feels like I'm still sitting straight up, but I'm not sitting straight up. I just have terrible posture. And I feel like Herman Miller would really get my posture back.
I wish you could see me, but when I go to some stream, like XQC or someone, and I see them with like one knee up and like hunched over or like crisscrossed, yeah, or like just like curl up in a ball. I'm like, do you know what you're doing right now? Like, how's that?
Yeah, I mean, I do. I sit like that. Like, I have one knee like up right now. Like,
I don't know how you do it.
Dado has like God, you would hate to see my posture. I'll do this thing where I'll put like my left arm, like I'll shift my chair so my left arm is over the back of it, and like I'm like laying like.
What?
So like Okay, so like imagine like Rob, imagine like you're laying instead of laying on your butt. I mean, you're still laying on your butt. So like you're laying on your chair, but then like you shift to the left.
It seems no, like
and
turn
like
your torso.
Yeah, turn your torso. Yeah, and then but you're still not like that. I mean, kind of. Hold on, I have to do this. Okay. So I'll have my butt.
We walk you through this.
So like, okay, Rob, here you can illustrate this. So stand up. So sit up straight, like solid, like perfect posture. Okay. Now shift yourself like 30-degree angle to your left, with your butt still like in position. Yeah. Well, that's perfect. Okay, now put your left arm. Yeah, put your left arm like over the back of your chair.
And then right foot on green.
Oh, so you got to shift your body a little more, buddy. No, over the back of your chair.
Oh, like that?
No, like you're. I'm trying to.
You need to draw like a stick figure.
Dude, I want to make this work. Okay. It's back to perfect posture. All right. Now, Lee, like your ass is like hitting the back of your chair, right?
My butt is firmly like I'm perfect posture.
Okay, so move your butt like a little forward in your chair, but still like be sitting up straight. Okay, now move your entire ass like 30 degrees, like your entire self is like little 30 degrees, not your chair, but yourself. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Now put your left arm over your chair. Now lay in it. Okay, now head towards tree. Now
my chair's like too light. Like lifts me back up.
Now shift towards your computer screen like you're gonna type on your keyboard. No, other way, buddy. Other way.
Oh.
See that? Kind of like that, but I don't have like a huge thing, so it looks more like I feel
like I'm being like held by my chair. Like my hero.
It looks nothing like this, keep in mind, but
like I feel like I'm being like carried out by my chair. Like my hero.
It's like when you're putting
there's a mice on the ground. Oh.
It's like okay, like it's say like you're sitting like remember in college where you have classes and you have those short chairs. It's more like I hate you. It's more like when like someone calls your name from behind you and you like turn your back like your arm goes over your chair. You're like, yeah, what's up? It's kind of like that. Yeah, that's pretty close. I'm honestly gonna have to like demo this for you one day. It's truly awful for my posture, but like if I'm gremlin mode, that's how I gremlin.
Gremlin mode. If I'm 18 hours into Final Fantasy fishing, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
Rob, do you remember that cat?
Stuck.
Do you remember that cat with the glasses? That's kind of like he looks like he's chilling over a balcony and his arms over the balcony.
I'm trying to like shake my head like this is my head.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
Coming. Oh. He's just an athlete.
Just
pretty wild. I'm able to do that. Sit upside down like that.
Your head's a little red.
So kind of like what Rob is doing is how I gremlin out.
Yeah, but that'll do it for the Patreon questions.
But so wait, like I guess I'm trying to think. Like I guess I can do some weird posture where like sometimes I'll sit with like crisscross, except instead of actually putting one foot under the other knee, the other one stays above the knee. Like
it's like this?
No, so like okay, like cross your arms around. Okay, but now take your which one's your right arm? Okay, now put that over your left. That's what I do with my feet. Instead of doing crisscross.
So you sit like this.
No, so crisscross your feet. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, this isn't terrible, but I feel like I'm a monk, like floating as I'm like meditating.
Except put your right foot all the way over your left knee. There you go.
Fucker, get over.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This is weird.
For some reason, that's comfortable for me. That and then, yeah, that's really about the only weird thing I'll do from time to time.
Yeah. See, I'll just do this. That's me. That's the one I use.
Looks like you're ready to like snuggle under a blanket like with a warm cup of hot chocolate.
Yeah.
By the rain.
And then like sometimes like I adjust my arms like sometimes I'll have like my arm super forward, but then sometimes I'll have it like way back here. Just kind of.
I realize how un-audio friendly this like last 10 minutes has been.
Sorry, audio listeners.
They sure. No, more to the right. Okay. So like put it like that. Okay.
For the audio listeners, we were sitting correctly.
We were contorting our bodies. And that's pretty much what we're doing.
And for the audio listeners, Blue, where can people find you on the internet?
Hey guys, you guys can find me everywhere at BlueWestlo.
You guys can find me everywhere at RabbyV.
Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage. And that'll be this episode of GG Over Easy, episode 37. Hope you all are staying safe. Have a great life. If we don't talk to you again until next podcast, hope the kids doing well. Stay in school. Remember to eat. Poop daily. Wash your hands. You watch both sides of the street when you're gonna cross. All that kind of stuff. And that'll be it. We love you.